Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today I'm going to be drawing myself in other worlds, including how I see my own. Let's start sketching. I'm going to start out, as always, with just the rough base. Since I'm drawing a character, I'm going to just draw just the base character first, start to finish, and then I'm going to do the start to finish art process. Again, for each clothing outfit design, kind of like dressing a doll or something. So here is the rough sketch of the pose, the base pose that we will be working with. Next step is the line art. Next step is going to be flat colors and shading. I'm not sure about the guidelines on here, so I am going to censor this out until I can get some clothes on her. Go. I went with a basic sports bra and like sports short set. It's really cute. It's like teal with these little white daisies on it. I really like it. It's cute. Alright, next we have my world's design. So if I were to wake up and be this person who is pretty much an artistic representation of myself, what would she wear? That would pretty much be an outfit like this. Kind of Mabel Pinesy, kind of Sailor Moon-esque in its own way. She's definitely very much inspired by things that make me happy, and I feel like she definitely represents a lot of who I am. Moving on to the next design, we have our Stranger Things. For this character, or for this outfit, I had a specific theme in mind. I always knew if I was going to be in the Stranger Things world, I was probably going to be a barbarian. And it was probably going to be something funny, like I always envisioned myself being a barbarian who was like a yoga instructor, like yoga lattes or jazzercise, like someone who would teach and be super happy and super cheerful and bubbly and very much like, oh, an advocate of empowerment and communication and, you know, and therapy and recovery. But then, you know, like you catch the right girl on the right day and it's, you know, but, and so basically with her, if I were to wake up in the Stranger Things world, I feel like this character would be called Macy. And so Macy works at the Y, and she also works at a vitamin supplement shop in the mall. And that is how she became introduced to the Stranger Things people, or the Stranger Things cast or characters that we know and love. So as you can see, I also I tried at some point earlier to go for the gym socks, like those oversized gym socks, but it wasn't really working very well. I didn't want to have too much going on, so I ended up foregoing those, and I'm really glad I did, because I ended up going for these really rad leggings instead. I'm glad I went with this route instead, because I feel like it lets them stand out a bit more. Alright, now we're going to add a little bit of spice. That is Season 4, Volume 2. This is what she would look like at the end of Volume 2 of Season 4. I definitely think that she'd probably be good friends with Joyce and Hopper. I'm just laughing because I'm trying to narrate this as I'm watching, and I'm just... She's just so happy, and I feel like she would look just like this coming up to go meet them and be like, oh my gosh, so nice to meet you guys. So on to our next design, and our final design for today. That's going to be our Sailor Senshi. As you can see, I had started out with a few different designs, the first being the upperclassman's outfit. Originally, she was going to be a classmate of Makoto, but then I decided she's going to be a Sailor Scout, and I'm not going to draw a sailor uniform. Weird. Okay, so I decided to draw her in a little Sailor Scout uniform, because who doesn't want to be a Sailor Scout? So here is Sailor Ganymede. Basically, her power is ice, and she will turn her hands into these big ice gauntlets kind of things. Is that the right word? I think it is. Anyway. They are really useful as both offense and defense. She will use them as hammers, and she will also use them as shields. She is not afraid to go in combat and get up close to the people that she is up against to save the people that she cares about. And as you saw earlier, I had actually originally played around with a red color scheme for her bows and for her ribbons, And I thought, oh my gosh, that's actually really cute. It works. Yeah, that's Sailor Moon's outfit. Duh. So I changed it quickly. And so now I'm adding the sparkles, oh my gosh, and the glows. It's my favorite part. And so yeah, that pretty much brings us to a wrap. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy with how all of this turned out. I hope you enjoyed the video. That has been me drawing myself in 3 different universes, including my own. And thank you for joining me. Make sure you're working on the right layer, and until next time, I'll be seeing you. Bye!